Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's on the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's down to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young back to throw. In trouble. He's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs. Gets away again. Goes to the 40. Gets away again. To the 35. Gets back at the 30. To the 20. The 50. The 10. He died. Touchdown 49ers. 7 the Ravens 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Smith on third down. He'll take it himself. For first down.
Left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in the post, and it's good! Touchdown! Touchdown 49! But it's second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes to Plant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for a touchdown!
Kaepernick shoots it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Yeah. Let's go. Click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niner crew is back. We're here to bring you guys our short and sweet Saturday pop-up, the playoff edition. Now, let me just go ahead and start with this really quick. All right. I was trying to find out how I could support somebody in the postseason. Okay. So I went and I got Alex Smith jersey, right? And I put that bad boy on. And Breezy was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go get this Alden Smith jersey.
Alden Smith.
You were supposed to correct. Yeah, you were supposed to correct me.
No, this is Javon Kinlaw.
Oh, that's the kid. That's the kid because he in the postseason, right?
Hell no, man.
Oh,
this is DeForest Buckner, man. Come on,
all pro Buck.
All pro Buck.
Buck, man, he's in the building, man. So you know, Breezy's a little bit of a traitor over there. Now he playing Madden again. Y'all know that. That's going to be our little off-season ritual. Breezy going to be on playing Madden, right? But tell him who you're using, Breezy.
I'm rocking with the Colts, man. I got the Colts, and some dingbat picked the Bills, right? They just had to pick the Bills. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. I can't wait till we talk about who wins these games.
You about to get worked. But before we do all that, Tony, man, how you feeling down there, bro?
Good, man. I'm good. Just getting ready to watch some playoff football. Unfortunately, not. But
the game now. The Colts and Bills. That's the 1 o'clock game, right? The Colts and Bills is the 1 o'clock game.
5, baby, 105.
All right. So before we get to that stuff, guys, just run through these formalities really, really quick. Give us a follow here. If it's your first time here on the YouTube page, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you turn on those notifications as well because we do shows where we don't tell you 2 hours in advance, such as this pop-up show, okay? Make sure you follow us on some of our social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9. It's the number 9, Nothing But 9, ERS. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. That is Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out, same as the website, www.nothingbutniners.com. All right. Again, I am your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. The guy over here on this side is Breezy. He is Wayne Breezy. And the guy down here, he is Tony, NJ Niner Fan 499. All of those are Twitter handles. Give us follows. Show us some love. Show us some support. And we're going to continue rocking out with you guys. Now, we got to get down to business, guys. We have a serious topic here. There's 2 of them that we have to talk about before we pick these games and the winners, right? The first one is going to be all these rumors about Deshaun Watson wanting out, the Niners trading for him and everything. Let's talk about this, guys. We really, really got to talk about this because it's picking up steam every day. You're hearing more and more people tweet and talk about it, and Watson's unhappy with his position. He's going to demand a trade. Let's just start here. Deshaun Watson, yes or no? Do you guys like him? Do you think he's a fit for the Niners?
Absolutely. He's absolutely a fit for the Niners, man. Like, who would think that Deshaun Watson wouldn't be a fit for the Niners? I mean, you see his stats and the numbers that he puts up, and hey, he's doing that with help, no offensive line, no help. They got rid of his best wide receiver. He had another guy that was able to take the top off the D that couldn't stay on the field because he wanted to act silly or whatever and get suspended some games or whatnot. And he still put up numbers to be a top quarterback in the NFL. He can sit there and throw in the pocket, which is what Kyle Shanahan likes. He can also make guys miss, like I just did. He can make people miss, and he can use the ball and get the ball down the field on his feet. Listen, Deshaun Watson is a guy the 49ers should have drafted in that draft where they passed up on him, Mahomes, and some other quarterbacks. But it is what it is. The 49ers are going to have to pay bank to get him, no, and that's the question that we need to address. But does he fit this team? Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Tony, you think he's a fit man?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good quarterback. You can't question his talent. Great arm, mobility, can make all the throws. But, like, it takes two to tango, man. First of all, I don't understand how all of a sudden, like, he's the hot candidate on the trade market. You have no head coach in place. You hired a GM 3 days ago. And now all of a sudden these things are going flying around like that. So it's really tough to jump into it and be like, yeah. Let's start making, as a fan base, let's try to like figure out what it would take. You got to wait till they're settled. And then they got to make their decision because, yeah, we could pound their door saying, we'll give you 3 first rounders, this, that, this. And they can just be like, no, he's our franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. So you got to wait till things play out. I know as a Niner fan, it's very exciting to get a potential quarterback of that caliber with that type of arm talent, but, you know, it takes two to tango.
All right. Now, Tony hit me up yesterday and was like, Mike, do you think this is BS or do you think that it's a possibility? And I told him I think both. I think it started with Deshaun being unhappy about not being consulted before they hired Nick, what's his name, Caserio? Right? So that's the GM that they hired over there. And they said that previously Deshaun just asked to be included, in the decisions for the coach and GM. The owner hired the GM without consulting with him, and then they said Deshaun was unhappy. Now, do I think that means he demanded a trade? No. Do I think that means that they are going to trade him and they are looking past him already? No, I don't think any of that. However, I do think that things have a way of happening naturally in the NFL. So the picture I painted for Tony was this. I say it's BS. I don't think that he actually demanded a trade. I don't think he wants to be traded, right? That's where I said it's BS. But is it a possibility? I also say yes because we know the type of shooter John Lynch is. John Lynch called about Jimmy Garoppolo 4 years ago, and they said, no, not right now. He said, all right, well, what about Tom Brady? They laughed him out the room, and they said, no. Fast forward to later that season, we actually end up getting Jimmy Garoppolo. Fast forward to the beginning of this season. Before the season started, everyone knew that the Niners were in on the Tom Brady sweepstakes. We just lost out to Tampa. So they were trying to get this guy. John Lynch will shoot a shot, and he will put it out there. I fully believe that now that all these rumors are flying around, John Lynch actually picked up the phone and said, hey, congratulations on the new gig. By the way, if you're looking to move Watson, give me a call and let me know the compensation package that you're looking for. I honestly believe that that's the type of person John Lynch is. I think it started from BS, but that doesn't mean that BS can't grow legs. And I think that's where we are right now.
It's like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. So,
And so now let's talk about compensation for a guy like this. Okay. The last tweet that I saw said a first this year, next year, the year after, a second next year, and a second the year after, and a third this year. And Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot though. But you have to look at what you're going to get in return. All right. And even though that's a whole heap of amount of first round picks, let's say that the 49ers trade, they get him, and we're in the Super Bowl for 3 of those years. Well, those first round picks are going to be 32nd picks. So, I mean, I know they're first round picks, and I know we want our first. Oh, I hate Josh Allen.
That's exactly what I said last night to Mike. You're right. Seriously.
But there's a but to it, though, right, Tony? Like, say the but. There's a but to that, though. Like, it's like, I get it They're first-round picks. They could be high draft picks. And now we're in the Super Bowl. We're competing. That's what we want, right? As fans, we want to compete for Super Bowls, but not the expense of the whole daggone roster. But the 49ers don't have bunch money anyway. So we might as well go ahead and if this trade is available, and I'm not saying that I guarantee you he's not going to trade 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. I definitely think he's going to try to put the Garoppolo in there because that's a lot of money. That's $20-something million, and those contracts could probably cancel out for at least the first year or whatever because Garoppolo has 1 more year in his contract. And I'm not sure how many years Watson still has on his, but you're getting a quarterback that has minimum playoff experience, but definitely can put up numbers, not just in the regular season, but just accurate numbers. You got a guy that can throw the ball deep down the field. Yes, I still have the tag on my jersey because I picked this jersey up. It came shortly after the Super Bowl. I know, because the tag is right there when I lifted my arm.
I'm about to say, why is he what?
Because I know somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, Breeze, you still got a tag on your jersey." So I just wanted to explain it. But look, guys, I think this is a guy that the 49ers may have to go after. I know you can find your quarterback in the draft. That's a possibility. It doesn't prove that he's gonna. Whoever we draft, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, that doesn't mean they're gonna come in the NFL and be great. But you have a guy that has proven through injury, through no offensive line, through bad teams, no wide receivers. He's put up numbers, and I think that's something that we have to, that's something we have to think about. Now, I know there's a but to it, so I'm hoping Tony can answer that.
Oh, there's a couple buts to it. So, number one, let's just talk about this. There's rumors saying that the Niners want to they were talking about trading up to get one of the top 3, top 4 quarterbacks. So if you look at the packages that it's going to cost, you're hearing reports of multiple first-rounders, multiple third-rounders. So if that's the case, you know what you have in Deshaun Watson. He's proven in the league. I would rather go the route of going to get a proven commodity to get on this team and help this team. The other but is we all know it's a difficult offense to learn. There's a lot of the verbiage of the play call, the reads, the preset motions, all this stuff. He's got to be able to pick that up. Now, we have to say, all right, if we're going to give 3 first-rounders and Jimmy Garoppolo, are we 100% sure? Not us. I'm talking about the 49ers. Are we 100% sure that he can make the transition from that to this, okay, and continue to excel as a player in skill set, in development, and just stuff like that. So if they feel that it's worth it, I think they do pull the trigger and try to get him here for a proven commodity rather than not taking a shot at a quarterback that's not even played 1 snap in the NFL. So it's kind of like there's pros, there's cons. The contract situation, if they do pull a deal off like this, in my opinion, I think they automatically give him a new deal because the next 2 years of his salary is like pushing $40 million. So I know the cap is projected to go up, but you kind of want to renegotiate to bring it down a little bit and then stretch it out a little bit further because he's only 25 years old. He's young. He's talented. He's young. And it's an investment. So, yeah, that's just what I think about it. And as far as it could set us back 3 first-rounders, you know what? Yes, it could, but you know what? At least the number 1 spot on your team is solidified, your quarterback, okay? You could find players in the 2nd, the 3rd. If there's a guy dwindling on the bottom of the 2nd round, you pull the trigger and jump from the 2nd into the bottom of the 1st, like 2 years from now, if you want to address a need, that's cool. But Mike brought up a huge point yesterday. It helps the team with the salary cap. First-round picks have higher cap slots. The minute you drop out of a first round, it shrinks more the lower you go.
Bingo.
So that's a positive of this. So, I mean, listen, we'll see. It's still very early in the offseason. There's still playoff football going on. They don't have a head coach. They just got their GM in place. But I'm going to tell you right now, if there's anyone that's going to make a phone call and try to pull this, if they want it, it's John Lynch. And that's it.
Absolutely, man. Michael M., thank you for the contribution. He says, love my NB Niners reports here. Keep up the great work, fellas. Good old cliche next year. So we thank you for the contribution, man. We really appreciate that. I think, listen, I don't know what the proper compensation is for Deshaun Watson. We had this conversation in the group chat, and they said it's going to take at least 3 firsts, and I was like, hell no. But then I looked at his contract, looked at how old he was, and I was like, 3 first rounds is not that big of a deal when you're talking about having your quarterback for the next 10 years, 10 plus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's as bad, and we would be winning. We would be winning. Like we would be like, how if Deshaun Watson was added to this current team, are we not immediately NFC favorites?
Of course.
Like that happens immediately. It happens immediately. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to be. They're always going to respect Seattle. Let's not make any qualms about it. But
now you have a quarterback that can compete on that level. Like I just don't think Jimmy is ever going to be on that level, and that is where we're going to. That's why we're struggling. Right. And go ahead, Mike.
No, I was going to say, and here's the other thing that we have to think about. Nick Caserio, who is now their GM,
that's the guy that
was the director of player personnel when Jimmy Garoppolo was drafted. So this is someone who spent time scouting him, who likes Jimmy Garoppolo, and may try to convince whoever the head coach is, hey, we can get something out of this guy still. So you throw Jimmy in there, maybe we don't have to send 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third, and Jimmy. Maybe we can kind of, wiggle something else out of that. Maybe 2 firsts, 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? And Jimmy, something like that. Because if you believe that you can get something out of Jimmy, he's got the long, team-friendly contract already. You're saving money when we exchange quarterbacks already. You know what I mean? And you're getting this plethora of picks. I think that it could work out there. I really think it could work out. Good.
I agree. And that's why I kept saying you got to include. I know people are saying, oh, they need defense. Put Jimmy Ward. No. You put the Jimmy Garoppolo in there because that's a player that's connected to that organization just off of the general manager. I mean, just off of the guy that they just hired, Caserio, right? So with that being said, you throw him in there, and now you're offsetting some money for this particular season when it comes to quarterbacks. Like just you get the money swaps. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jimmy will be – I don't care where Jimmy goes, to be honest with you, because I just want us to be better. I think at this point, and this is not a knock to Jimmy, but he won't, unless Jimmy picks up a new pair of knees and legs, he won't be better. Can he improve in his throwing? Possibly. Can he improve in his reads? Possibly. It all depends on how he works in the offseason. So yes, all those things are possible, but his athleticism and his that one thing that he lacks, he does not have it. It's not in his body. Like I feel like as a 49er, and I'm not saying I want a Colin Kaepernick runner quarterback. No, what I'm saying is I want a guy that can get the ball down the field. Not just that can read the defense, that can get up to the offensive line and say, what was the thing I said that Jimmy was going to be better at this season on our pre-shows before the season started? What did I say? Predetermines that what he's going to be able to go out there and read the field and say 842 red, blue, 5, 16, 58, whatever, and all that good stuff. He ain't do that once.
It was give me the play and I'm going to go execute it. That was it.
That was it.
That's how it felt. So, all right, guys. So here's my question to you guys. Now, we were talking about Deshaun Watson. If we're willing to give up that much for a quarterback that we think can take us there, what other quarterbacks should the Niners be possibly considering? If you're already accepting in your mind that, hey, we can give up this much for that guy, doesn't that mean that you're willing to give up multiple firsts for other guys also? So what players should the 49ers be looking at?
Go ahead, Tony.
I mean, clearly, if you're just looking at it now, it's way too early. Just looking at it now, potentially Sam Darnold's going to be on the market, and he's not getting the same return that Deshaun Watson's getting. I'm sorry.
They didn't extend Darnold for his
rookie? They're going to take probably Trevor Lawrence or one of those quarterbacks, Fields. So with that being said, like you have to see what's going to be available. I know there's tons of talk about Stafford. Stafford's a great quarterback. I really would love to see him in this system.
Bro.
But now, again, no GM in place, no coach in place. So how do you even know if he's freaking available? He could say, yeah, I want out. Okay, yeah, we all want out of what we're not happy with. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. So they could bring in, let's say hypothetically, Bieniemy is the coach and bring in Adam Peters as the GM and then totally feel happy and be like, oh, well, I'm happy now. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to be traded. So it's way too early to really jump on it and say, yeah, that's the guy. They need to go after him now. The Deshaun Watson thing is interesting because it's kind of like the organization gave him a little slap in the face, saying when he went to them, saying, "Can I just be involved with the coordinator, with the offensive coach, the play calling, the systems? That's all I'm asking for." And they just went out and they're doing things on their own. And it's funny because a guy that they were high, two guys that he was high on, and he's interested in playing for. One is Bieniemy, no scheduled interview, and the defensive coordinator, I think, for the Colts, Matt Elbis or something, I think his name is. He flat out turned down an interview. So those are just two interesting things to throw out there. So I mean, it's a situation we have to keep a close eye on, and as well as other situations.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know what other quarterbacks are going to be looking at, but let's get back to 49ers talk. We got about 10 minutes left in the show. We're talking about interviews. We talk about Matt Stafford, then not having a GM or head coach in place. And let's talk about the head coach. Robert Saleh has interviewed with the Jets, the Falcons, the Lions, and I think he has another one that he's supposed to be interviewing with also. I can't remember.
The Chargers.
The Chargers. Yes. Rumor came out that he bombed on that Lions interview. And then I saw a tweet said that he didn't do well in the Jets interview either. So,
oh Lord, guys, don't start these Mike conspiracies, bro.
It's not a conspiracy.
I saw it this morning, seriously, because I sent it to the group. I think I sent it to the group or Mike. But it's interesting because he goes in as such a highly regarded coach. He's one of the top candidates, and then all of a sudden there was negativity about him. So. And I wonder who's reporting the negativity, if it's a legit source, is it's trying to cause turmoil for him? Because now there was a rumor last night that said he did well in the Detroit interview, and he's looking to hire Kafka from the Kansas City Chiefs to be his offensive coordinator. So what is it? It's either A or B. We'll never know the truth. So
is it this? Vader Joe 71.
That's a good point.
Thinking his interviews, because we heard that he knocked the Cleveland Brown interview out the park. Listen. This is what we do know about Robert Saleh. Extremely intelligent, highly, highly intelligent, calculated with his words, his selection, how he speaks, the way he paces himself. The man can go into a room and wow anybody. We can see that from the pressers, right? He can show you his passion. He can illustrate and paint a picture. How does a guy like Robert Saleh bomb an interview? How? Does he go in there and say, man, last time you guys painted in here?
So you think it's on purpose so he can remain a Niner?
I told you guys a couple shows ago, I don't think Robert Saleh is going anywhere. But I don't. If you're gonna go in and bomb, there's only 32 of these jobs. Okay, you don't go in and bomb. You just turn down the interview.
Right.
Which is worse? Which is worse? Do you go in there and make them not like you, or do you say no and then all of a sudden you seem stuck up?
What I would do is I would go in there and be myself and do the interview to my ability, the way I'm going to be for any other interview. And then once they offer it, just be like, no, I'm not interested. It's a big move for me, or whatever the reason. I mean, Detroit is his hometown, but you still got to
just want to play in Detroit, Tony. And
maybe honestly, I think the biggest thing is going to be how he does. If there's reports coming out of the LA Chargers, that's right, I said it right this time, the LA Chargers interview. If they say he aced that tells me he was looking for a better situation.
How do you bomb a job in Detroit, though? Like, I can get that job.
Well, not technically, because I'm not saying anything against you, but it's funny because they made a move, Detroit. Okay. And they did a move similar to what the 49ers did, but didn't give this guy the same power that they gave John Lynch. They brought in an ex-player, Chris Spielman, to be I guess it's an assistant to the ownership or a liaison. And Chris Spielman's a no-nonsense guy. He's an old-school football player. He comes from that old-school mentality. So it could be interesting. Maybe he was involved. Maybe he was there asking some questions, and he might be stuck in his ways looking for that type of mentality. And that could be the rumor that – because remember, Chris Spielman was with Fox doing football. Yes. He has ties to the Jay Glazers, and he might have said something. Jay Glazer might have went with it. So you don't know.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Brunil Jacob has a very interesting question here. And You just got to stay tuned for the offseason program. You see what he put up here, Tony? I know this guy hasn't been talked about, but are you guys high on Georgia's QB, Jamie Newman? You see what I'm saying? When you start putting the seeds out there, all right, okay, hey, we good. But that's off-season talk, man. We're not going to do that on the show. But listen, guys, we got about 5 minutes left in the program here. There are 3 games on the docket. We are probably not doing a show tomorrow, so we can go over all the games for this weekend if you guys would like. But let's start with the 3 that are on for tonight. We have the Colts and the Bills game first. Let's talk about it. Who you guys taking and why, man? Let's go with Tony first and then go with Breezy. By the way, wait. We're going to go with Breezy. I want to know the score of your game, too.
Oh, I don't. The scores? All right, hold on. Tony, you
no,
can
no,
do
it. No. I'm talking about the score in your game right now that you're playing.
Oh, I'm getting rocked, yo. It's 28-7, but I'm not paying attention.
So you don't blame it on us.
No. I was on my phone making sure I set my pigskin line up for. I forgot I did a playoff for that. And I'm just throwing the ball, like just throwing it. I'm down now, so all I could do is throw the ball. It's 28-7 right now.
Who are you taking in the game in real life, Bills or Colts?
Oh, I'm taking the Bills.
Okay.
Look, I'm just letting this tight end eat like Knox is killing.
All right, Tony, who you taking, man?
I think I really want to see the Colts win, but I think the Bills are just too good for them. Phillip Rivers' plays have been very inconsistent this season. You know, you have to question the arm strength. Can he make the throws anymore? I do like what I see from the running back Taylor. His game has stepped up over the latter part of the season, but I just think in Buffalo, it's probably cold as shit up there. They came in hot to the playoffs, so I think I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo Soldier.
Listen, I'm picking Buffalo until they lose. I'm picking them all the way, Super Bowl and all. So Buffalo is my team this postseason, just so you guys know. That's what I'm running with. All right, the second game on the docket tonight. It's an NFC West showdown, guys. The Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Who are you taking and why?
I'm going with the Rams, just because I hate the Seahawks.
Let's go. Okay.
Like I'm going with the Rams. You know, the Rams play Seattle very well. I think Jalen Ramsey shuts down DK Metcalf. They got to figure out how they're going to do with Tyler Lockett. But I think the Rams are running the ball really well. We know Seattle's they don't have the greatest run defense, so I'm going with the Rams.
I like it.
Do we know if Goff is playing?
Who? Yes, Jared Goff, I believe, is playing. Yep. If
Goff is playing, I know they got their left tackle back, so that's a big boost. Whiteford, big dude. I'm gonna go. I think I'm going to go with the Rams. I just think if this team, if their front 4 is healthy, I saw they activated Michael Brockens. He's back. I think if they're on their game today, I don't think Seattle's offensive line could handle that front 4. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure they're going to try to run the ball and slow that front down, but we'll see, man. If Goff plays, I'd like to see the Rams take it, but if Goff is out, some people are saying Goff is out, then Seattle will win it.
I don't know, man. Seattle's gonna have to deal with that elusive style quarterback that they have. The Rams have. The guy that
I don't even know who the backup is.
He's like, no one does, but he can move on his feet. I would tell you that. I don't think Seattle want any of that, man. I think they prefer Goff to sit and duck back there.
Yeah, I was going to say I think Goff not playing might actually help the Rams. Honestly,
I'm just saying as far as comfort in the offense, knowing the reads, like the game experience.
No, I get that. All right, let's keep it moving though. I'm gonna actually pick. I can't say it. I'm gonna pick the Rams. I can't say the other thing. It won't come out my mouth. I just tried twice, and I physically can't say it. I'm taking the Rams. I hate the Seahawks, man. Master Jake, thank you for the contribution. He says, living in Niner territory, glad to see faithful all over the world. We need a mobile quarterback. Modern defenses are too fast. All right.
Good point.
I like it. Yeah. And then everyone's saying they're not. Goff is not playing. They're saying, I don't know. But speaking of quarterbacks not playing, this next pick here, Washington and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I heard that Alex Smith isn't playing. Is that true?
He's out, man.
I heard he was playing though. What happened? Did he get hurt again?
I thought he was starting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I put on the Smith jersey. So I don't know, man. Look, if Alex Smith plays, they win. What's up? Somebody say something. I'm picking the football team.
Bro, Tom Brady not losing to no damn Washington.
Alex Smith going to whoop his ass. That defensive line going to be all over him. What's up?
First of all, that defensive line got to be able to get to Brady up front, not from the sides. Brady is good when it comes to guys coming from the sides. It's guys up front that need to get to him. I'm telling you right now that Tom Brady is going to eat the mother freaking Washington football team for breakfast, lunch, and diner. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. And it's playoff time too. Good luck, Chase. Now, I'm not saying Chase not going to be a problem.
He's still having sore calves, man. That's crazy.
That's why I said I don't think he's playing.
All right. Well, if he's not playing, then I'm taking. Damn it, man. I'm gonna pick the Bucks if Alex.
Exactly, Green Mobster. Exactly, Roy Boy. Look, it's playoff time, yo. I'm sorry. That's like picking against Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. You just can't. The only reason why, now see, we hate Seattle. The only reason why we picked the Rams was because we hate Seattle. But I'm just, you know what time it is, man. You know Russell Wilson ain't gonna lose that game. If that game is close, which I got at 24-21, going back to the other game, Russell Wilson's gonna find a way to win that stupid game because he's just Russell Wilson.
Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna.
You going with the football team?
If Alex plays, I'm taking them. If he don't play, then I'm giving it to Tampa. It's that easy for me. All right. Next on Sunday, it's going to be the Ravens and Titans. The first game on the docket. That's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, boy.
Titans all day, baby. Let's go.
Titans
Roman can't coach in the playoffs. Y'all seen it?
The Titans upsetted them last year. Remember Earl Thomas wouldn't make that tackle against Derrick Henry?
That's right.
But that's not going to happen this year. I guarantee the Ravens going to get a victory on Sunday. I guarantee it. Guaranteeing it. Okay. Guaranteeing it. Ravens win that game. Lamar Jackson not having it this year.
We bringing push-up challenges back, bro. We bringing push-up challenges back.
My arms can't take it, baby.
Tony, who you taking in that one, man?
I'm going with the Titans.
Titans? All right, let's go. All right.
These are the Titans.
Bears versus Saints, 4 p.m. 4:40 tomorrow. Who you guys got?
Khalil Mack is going to feast on Drew Brees, but the Bears lose.
I was about to say, yo, what is he going to say it? All right, Tony, who you taking, man?
I'm going with the Saints. I think Kamara's too much for that.
Tony's just like Saints. Not Saints.
Saints there too.
Kamara's too much for that defense. Even if they don't have Michael Thomas, I don't even know if he's playing or not. But Kamara's way too much.
Season, man, he done.
All right, and then the last game on wild card weekend is going to be the Steelers versus the Browns, guys.
Now this game is going to be fun.
Yeah, I thought so too until I just read that the Browns activated somebody, and if they said they activated him with the intent of him playing on Sunday. If this guy is playing, they're going to lose.
Who?
Linebacker Malcolm Smith.
Oh, Lord.
If they put Malcolm Smith in there against the Steelers offense.
Well, Mike, honestly, they were going to lose regardless.
Nah, man, I don't know. Listen, the Steelers have been on this downward trend. They started 11-12-0, and they finished the season with 11-12 wins, right? They didn't.
But the Browns aren't going to be able to beat the Steelers when it comes to playoff football. Ain't nobody beating Mike Tomlin. That's just like saying, like,
can I ask a question? Is the left tackle playing
for
the Browns? He's a rookie from Alabama. He was on the COVID list, but there was rumors that they're bringing him back.
I know a lot of their wide receivers were on the COVID list too. So
Willis, Jedrick Willis.
Here we go. The Browns got one starter back in their secondary for tomorrow's game against the Steelers. The other two will remain out. Cleveland strong safety Ronnie Harrison has been activated from the COVID list after a false positive. Also activated from the COVID reserve or tight end Harrison Bryant, linebacker Malcolm Smith, cornerback Denzel Ward, and Kevin Johnson both remain on the reserve COVID.
The Browns ain't got no head coaches, guys.
The Browns are missing guard Joel Bettino, receiver Hodge, and head coach Kevin Stefanski because of COVID-19.
Anyways, the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Didn't they just play in Week 16 and the Browns won? They just played in Week 17.
I'm very tempted to pick the Browns. I really am.
They just beat them last week.
Well, listen, the playoffs are different than the regular season.
Okay.
Pick them there, Mike. Stop talking junk and just pick the Browns.
Let's go, man. Dog pound, baby. Let's go.
I'm going with the Browns too. I'm going to take the Browns too.
That's right.
All right. That's fine. Steelers not losing. But if they lose, Steelers, if y'all lose, I'm coming for all y'all fans, yo. All of them. All of them, yo. I got about 55 of them I know personally right here in New Haven, Connecticut. I'm coming. Man, and don't go hiding either because y'all going to be sitting right here on my couch watching the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here, man. What a fun pop-up show. I can't wait to bring you guys more. I don't know if we're going to have time to do one of these tomorrow. I got a lot on the docket, but we will see. But we will be back, guys. Make sure those notifications are turned on. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. My guy, Wayne Breezy over here. And down here is my guy, Tony, NJ Niner Fan 499. Go give us follows on those social media platforms, and that's going to do it for us here today. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate. Pray.
But always remain faithful, and the Washington football team wins today.
Let's go. We out.
Y'all sound silly, Billy.